So can you test for a healthy microbiome? So there's multiple approaches, commercial approaches and scientific approaches that have been launched to really address this point. Scientifically, we can test it as, for example, the American Gut Project. You can test in a very simple, inexpensive way the composition of your gut microbes and can compare them to the North American average standard. You can compare it to people living in other parts of the world. The problem is that kind of characterization, contrary to what a lot of people believe, has not led to our ability to customize, for example, particular diets, or even to make diagnoses, specific diagnoses of diseases. And that's actually not the purpose. The American Gut Project wants to collect as many data as possible about these gut microbial compositions. There's other commercial approaches, some less reliable than the American Gut Project, which is based at University of California in San Diego, a very scientifically sound effort. There's other approaches, commercial approaches, don't use the same rigorous methodology. And then there's some new approaches that actually don't measure what the relative abundance of the microbes are in your gut, but they measure the function, the gene expressions, a technique called metatranscriptomics. So much advanced technique to actually look at what these microbes do. And it's combined with artificial intelligence, big data collected from hundreds of thousands of individuals, healthy with different diseases. And that approach is clearly the way to go. The artificial intelligence will extract from these large data sets of individuals that gave their stool sample information. And ultimately, once we have scientific studies that have really tested the hypothesis that a certain microbial function is most consistent with a particular diet or should get a dietary modification. Once we have these scientific results and the data are published in peer-reviewed journals, I think that this is definitely the way that I think this science is going to go. Ultimately, we may even be able to identify people that are at risk for developing Parkinson's disease at an early stage, or cognitive decline, Alzheimer's disease. And we may be able to target with diet, and as some people believe, with supplements, these abnormalities and prevent the development of the full-blown disease. At the current stage, I would say we have excellent techniques like the American Gut Project to collect information on large number of people. On the other hand, we have outstanding cutting-edge technologies to collect data about the function of microbes and make sense out of it using artificial intelligence and big data science. But none of these approaches so far have provided us with ways of either diagnosing, predicting, or individualizing, personalizing treatments.